Ball production is fluky. It's high variance. It's low sample size. You know what else is low sample size, Victor?
Dashawn
Dashawn Spears.
Spears.
73 zone coverage wraps last season. Count them, 73. And they were some of the best zone
Oh
coverage reps that you
man.
will ever see. And you can say the same thing of almost every aspect of this guy's tape. He's just elite at everything. I think if you projected what he did this year and you just gave him a full sample size, he would be in a tier by himself. And this is a class that has KJ Bolden, who I have a first round grade on, Jelani McDonald, who I have a first round grade on, Jalen McClain, we just talked about, who has some really dominant traits. I didn't see weaknesses on Dashawn Spears' tape. He's got elite click and close. He lives around the football. That's the best of Jelani McDonald right there. He handles all the high difficulty assignments. When LSU had him out there on the field, like they would do anything with this guy. They would have playing perimeter man coverage lined up in the slots. They could run a nickel blitz. They would have him lined up as a mugged linebacker. And surprise, we're running a deep half with this guy. How is that going to work? Because he's a freak athlete and he made the most of those opportunities. He wasn't just out there usually in a go make a play type role, and he found ways to make plays anyway. He runs routes for the receiver like nobody else in this class in man and zone. That's how well he sees it when he's playing the hook area, when he's playing the curl flat. He's running routes for guys, and he's not even supposed to be there yet. He is processing things at such a high level already. He is freaking fearless. I mean, he'll put himself in all kinds of really tough, brutal positions to make tackles and make plays on the ball. The ball production was limited, but I thought in that limited sample size, it looked great. And he missed 4% of his tackles last year. This is a really great tackling class. It's limited sample size. He might be the best one of all. I thought that his takedown technique was super versatile. He's strong, so he'll chuck you down if you're smaller. He'll take out your legs if you're bigger. It's not going to be a problem. He might be the best block shutter in this class. He's ripping through guys. And then he's like using the long arm technique to stack guys up and keep his front half free. He's stack peak shedding as a safety. It's like, bro, you're not an edge rusher. What are we doing? That's not your job. You're doing it anyway. Unbelievably good tape. He's a gambler. He lost on an out and up once. That's the worst thing I have to say about Dashawn Spears. He's not on the consensus big board right now. He's not in the top
Should
100.
be.
That's all we can see for free. I am stoked to see if this take pans out or not. It's insane. It's insane I have him as my number one when he started one game against Houston last season. He was a killer in the run fit in that game. Play after play after play. I know you're watching some of them right now. I don't know if this is going to blow up in my face, but you know what? I'm going to take a gamble, just like Dashawn Spears does.
Yeah, I mean, he's such a fun player to watch. I mean, talk about the run game. I'm sure you just watched a couple, but I probably left out this one specific one because I want to talk about it. It's like the second play of the Houston game. This guy comes from here. I got it in my notes because I wrote it down. He comes downfield, first minute of the game. He puts a 6'9", 305 senior offensive tackle from Houston on his ass, and then he gets the TFL. And I was instantly in. I was like, yeah, all right, we're good. I see, because that's the thing with where I'm going to differ with you is that I watched 8 games of Dashawn Spears this year just because there was not much every single game. You had to find the 10 plays where he was at. I didn't see it at like this level until the Houston game. I was kind of, oh man, I get why they're not playing him. But then Houston came along. All right, yeah, this guy, man. If this was over a season, if you did it, I mean, like first round, right? He's that good. He's that athletic. Maybe I'm smidge lower on his athleticism, but not in a meaningful way. That athletic. He played that well in that game. He's that meaningful of a run defender, like transcendent potential as that run defense box safety. Derwin James type, erase the tight end on every play. Good luck throwing to him. Doesn't matter who you have, unless it's like Trey McBride or Brock Bowers. That guy's getting shut down. He's got that potential. 6'2", 217, 215 maybe. He looks like he's 220, but he moves like he's 200. But I just thought the processing, the anticipation, and the zone consistency wasn't there for most of the season, and that was what knocked him. I got a 4 on him right now, which is low, but it would have been a lot lower if not for the Houston game. I just don't know how to marry it with him because it's one game, but that game was so good. Listen, we both gave Charles Jagusson the number one interior offensive lineman spot after 2 games last year, so why not? I feel like he should probably be higher. Um, he should probably be higher than Benefield, honestly. Maybe I'll change it. Maybe I'll decide to change it when I'm editing the video. You'll see at the very end if I changed it or not. But he's such a talented player. I have all the belief that it'll come along. He's going to be the starter next year, and he's got Benefield next to him to help him out. So, he can be the star. Have another guy who's worse in zone coverage than him, a lot worse in zone coverage next to him. Make him look better. I love Spears. I just think that there's a lot of times where he does see it, and then he's a little hesitant to go after it, make the play, come downfield, use that big body. And then there are some times where he just doesn't see it, and that's a little bit more concerning. But the thing about having a low sample size is, yeah, I can't trust the good plays. I also can't trust the bad plays. Listen, man, he had as many bad play. He had less bad plays than all of these guys just because he played less snaps. Maybe we just saw the bad plays a little bit more often because he got put in bad positions. Because, like you said, they were asking so much of him as a third safety, and then he started against Houston because AJ Halsey sat out for the bowl game, and he was doing everything. He was playing single high. He was coming downfield. He was coming from single high to set the edge. He was muzzling tight ends, playing man coverage on slot receivers. He showed everything you need from a first round pick. And I think he's going to show it this year, but the rest of the season does bug me because those were more games where you had more exposure and he had opportunities to make plays. And the anticipation, I thought he was just reacting to guys. He wasn't anticipating it happening, especially in zone. But I saw everything I needed to do in the Houston game. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's very frustrating for me to have a guy I love this much, this low. So I need you to understand, need you guys to understand that I don't hate him. I know he is number one. I don't hate Spears. He's tremendous.
I don't think I've ever exposed myself to more downside risk than putting a guy who played 255 snaps last year, 460 in his career,
Watch
as
him
my
not be the
number
starter.
one and a grade point above both KJ Bolden and Jelani McDonald, who I have tied for my 2 and 3 grade, but had to go for it. You know what? Even if I'm wrong, die by the sword.
Yeah. There's no guarantee he's even the starter, though. He's only started
Come
one game in his
on.
career. Now, obviously, he's the starter. He's so fun.